to the fact soundtrack. Buckle up, here we go. In a 6-cylinder Chevrolet, leaning to the side. My wife as the passenger, going for the ride. There's 3 kids in the backseat, one in the baby chair, looking at me screw face, cause of the way I did her hair. Daddy hasn't learned to braid, teach a fella how to wave. Put your stocking cap on. Next morning, I seen rain, I seen the thunder, I seen singles, I seen hundreds, seen money to burn, seen hardly a budget. Yeah, I'm black, what of it? Now we can't talk in public. Heard you had a Confederate flag tattooed on your stomach. The same civil wars going on, nothing changed. I got the eye of Agamotto like I'm Dr. Strange. You wanna rewind time, take us back to being slaves. How many of us are already laying in unmarked graves? How many think to belong, they gotta be in some sort of gang? It doesn't matter, crip or blood, the blood still remains. The red is for the blood, the black is for the man. The green is for the land, now what don't you understand? The red is for the blood, the black is for the man. The green is for the land, now what don't you understand? The red is for the blood, the black is for the man. The green is for the land, now what don't you understand? The red is for the blood, the black is for the man. The green is for the land, now what don't you understand? I find myself in a dark alley, almost all the time. But then I look up to discover I'm inside my mind. What if we couldn't see? What if we were colorblind? What if soul food wasn't from the south? How to be defined? Why accept the term black in the first place? Does that kinda imply becoming one shade? It's actually a term created by the Europeans. Some don't accept the classification for that reason. Some see black as derogatory or outdated, reductive or otherwise an incorrect label. There was a slur, a euphemism, yeah, the N-word. It dates back to 18th century and is commonly heard. Next was Negro, next was the word colored. Each term a derogatory connotation insulting. Our demographic wreaking havoc on how we see ourselves. And if that's all you see, you can't see it as something else. The red is for the blood, the black is for the man. The green is for the land, now what don't you understand? The red is for the blood, the black is for the man. The green is for the land, now what don't you understand? The red is for the blood, the black is for the man. The green is for the land, now what don't you understand? The red is for the blood, the black is for the man. The green is for the land, now what don't you understand? Thousands of families were removed due to apartheid. Limiting African land ownership, that's not right. In 1913, you could have 7%. In 1936, 6 more, which hardly made a dent. When apartheid officially ended in 1994, the ANC became the dominant party. The percent was 4, assigned to new owners, but that's according to land reform. 2015, they sought to give land to the black farms. But what about those taken from where they live and brought here, never to see their property again? A father's last name wasn't his. Go on Ancestry.com and find your lineage. It could have been part of the Greenwood District in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Before 1921, we had business owners in what was then called the Black Wall Street, until they burned 35 blocks so we wouldn't succeed. The red is for the blood, the black is for the man. The green is for the land, now what don't you understand? The red is for the blood, the black is for the man. The green is for the land, now what don't you understand? The red is for the blood, the black is for the man. The green is for the land, now what don't you understand? The red is for the blood, the black is for the man. The green is for the land, now what don't you understand? The red is for the blood, the black is for the man. The green is for the land, now what don't you understand? The red is for the blood, the black is for the man. The green is for the land, now what don't you understand? The red is for the blood, the black is for the man. The green is for the land, now what don't you understand? The red is for the blood, the black is for the man. The green is for the land, now what don't you understand?
It weighs on my spirit, think I don't hear it? I hear it almost every day. Put that craftsman out the pasture. Who cares what they say? They say I'm old school, long in the tooth, over the hill. Middle age with dilapidated skills, easy to kill. But who are they? The naysayers. Now I get it, okay. The overlords of the industry feel like I never obey. Can't say that I do, analyze that. What does it mean? Wouldn't you rather be a leader? They considered as green? Y'all are climbing the corporate ladder, cause making your pockets fatter matters. I'm fixing a shattered hope of those who really never had it. I've been internally battling since I lost my innocence. In a sense, the biggest battlefield has no witnesses. Despite the fire inside, one of the greatest went on hiatus. Till I listened to the songs I made on Spotify's playlist. Peep the unparalleled cadence, delivery and flow. Came out of retirement to teach these youngins what they don't know. Music is missing soul, substance, and a desire to grow. Some would argue that it is. For me, it's much too slow. So keep your mumble rap crap and stay trapped in your trap. You're spoiled rotten. That's for my generation. We still got it. We we still got it, still got it. No doubt about that, we still got it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we still got it. No doubt about that, we still got it.
Each move on the board with the bishop is quite accurate. Slick talk, the butter, the Beretta is what I smack them with. Mike precision, sharp, dashi flow, I split your cabbage quick. Going up against me clearly is quite damaging. You ain't been practicing, you hurried over trying to catch a win. Trying to swat a fly in mid-air, how you try to catch a win. Your fault, your loss, apparently you ain't factor in. Wisdom pastor in, white gold tea like Master Chin. My bars put rappers behind walls, no Rikers. Come through and flood your whole block with over 100 bikers. Pressure beyond measure just for pleasure before nickel. Nobody spit it better. Whatever weather, you could put up your cheddar. Make it ugly like St. Nick's sweaters. Stack bills to break a mill in the field to make a real profit. The diagnostic, I'm the prophet with the key. Locksmith, stop it, you garbage. Find a father, pay homage. Release the bondage from your highness and receive the promise. Bam, son, we rapping rappers up collecting ransom. Honest, I do the knowledge, I came in with Chris Wallace. Remain solid, embarrassing, who you say is the hottest. Red dot and bling blah, clearly you can see.
We still got it, got it. No doubt about that, we still got it, got it. We still got it. No doubt about that. We still got it. Still got it. We still got it. Got it. No doubt about that. We still got it. Still got it. We still got it. Got it. No doubt about that. We still got it. Still got it. We still got it. No doubt about that. We still got it. Still got it. No doubt about that. We still got it.
Got it. Yeah, we still got it. We still here.
Still in the building, man.
Boot Radio, Brown Hornets in the building, y'all. Salute y'all. Real DJs matter. We are back. Bro, what's good, man? How was your weekend?
And hey, it is what it is, man. Looking both ways for across the street, Tiger. You know how that's when they get you.
and look again before you finish walking.
Yeah, they say, damn, he had a fucking $1 million lottery ticket and got run the fuck over by a truck.
Bad luck like a mother.
Yeah, man. What's good, man? How about you? How's your weekend, man?
Hey, man, just trying to keep my head above water,
I feel you. Birthday weekend coming.
Ain't complain. Yeah, man. Pisces season Thursday. It's going down March 7th. Friday, I'm going to do my Friday night party. It might be a late one.
Got to do it. I'm going to come through. I'm going to bring the troops. We're going to rally. We're going to circle the wagons.
No doubt. No doubt. Shoot. Then we got the anniversary, 30 years of Gangsta, Hard to Earn.
Hard to Earn, man. Classic.
I think,
that's their best joint?
I think so. I mean, from that and Step in the Arena, like Step in the Arena was just so raw. Like Hard to Earn was just like.
I like Moment of Truth too now.
Huh?
I like Moment of Truth too now.
Oh yeah, Moment of Truth is dope too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Hard to Earn is there because of the peak. It was at that peak, I think.
They had that swag, right, where they knew like the production, everything, they had the backing of the streets.
Right.
Yeah.
And they learned from the last 3 albums, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, we got a special show today, man. Shout out to you, man. Reaching out. Let me know to reach out to Killarmy, Hoffa, you know what I'm saying? Wutang Clan affiliate group. And he's right now backstage. We're gonna bring him in right now. Real DJs Matter, episode 15. Yo,
salute. Yo, salute. What's good, family?
What's the deal, King?
Man, can't call it, man. We honored to have you on our show, man.
Pleasure to be here. Real talk.
Definitely, man. That's what's up, man. Shout out to Shamika over there on Wutang Radio. You know what I'm saying?
Baby. Word
up. And it's dope to have you on, man. We do the show every Monday, man. We talk to DJs, we talk to MCs that represent that true hip hop culture, and like I said before, honor to have you on.
Man, what's good with y'all? You try to get this lighting right, man.
Oh, okay.
Let us know when you're straight. Yeah. Let us know when you're straight, man.
Light is shining on you. That's good,
Yeah, word. Shine the light on him, right? Shine the light on him.
Yes, indeed.
Word. So you got some new material. Is it out now? It's on the way out. Where are we at?
I actually the joint where I'm featured on King on Solomon Child's new joint, it just dropped. It's been out like a week and a few days. So it dropped like two Fridays ago. I got that out right now. I'm working on my project right now. I'm about to drop like 10 bangers. We're working on that right now. We just got the title for the album and all of that. We're gonna title it "Walk on Water."
Nice.
I'm gonna have my man Jag the Apostle. He gonna produce the whole joint. So we about to go in, man. We about to go in.
That's what's up. That's you can find that everywhere, right? So got it on the DSP.
Yeah, it's gonna be everywhere, man. It's gonna be everywhere. Yup. It's gonna be everywhere. It's gonna be official. Yup.
That's what's up, man.
So I always ask everybody we have on the show, man, like, when did you know, like, as far as just you wanted to do this rap thing, you know, like, you know, we all have a spot where we kind of like was flirting with, are we going to be all the way across the bridge? Or what was it for you that you said, yo, I can do this, man?
Man, you know what's crazy? It's two different instances in my life, right? Because a lot of people don't know I started rhyming in the 80s when I was a little boy.
Nice.
So the first thing that switched it over for me was I watched Crush Groove at one of my homies' house when I was young.
Classic.
And everybody, see, you know, everybody around me was doing something hip hop. You know, I grew up in a house with my brother and my cousins. My cousin was mean on the pop locking. You know what I'm saying? My brother could sing. My brother was good on the breakdancing as well. And for me, it was like, I could do it too, but that wasn't where I was not like one of them known cats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, boom, Crush Groove came out. And I was at one of my friends' house and I was watching and I was just like, that's it. That's it right there. That was it. That was the first instant.
Right.
And then the second instance hit me in '89 when this particular family moved from Staten Island to Ohio. And that's where I met Knife Prince. And then in turn of that, that's where I met RZA. And RZA sounded like the MCs that was on the radio. And I could see him in the flesh. You know what I mean? Like I had never seen Rakim in the flesh, or Cool G Rap, or nobody like that, or Ice Cube. Like I seen RZA in the flesh. He sounded like the cats that was on the radio. And you know, me and his brothers MCing together. And RZA's favorite, if anybody know RZA's favorite line is "Let me hear something."
Okay. Let me hear something.
That's RZA's favorite line is "Let me hear something." And RZA took a liking to me.
Okay.
And when he told me I was gonna be special, that solidified it. For that's the moment that solidified it. Like, all right,
yeah.
Like he said,
he's
I'm
telling
gonna be
you
special. Yeah. And like I said, I admired him because he sounded like the cats on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that changed the whole demographic for me. Hold on 1 second.
No problem.
I didn't even realize my grandson and my son was home.
Hey, no worries, man. So hey, it's real life, man. Yeah, the fam is in the crib. That's always good.
Yeah. So like I said, man, he told me I was going special. And from that point, it was like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. And he was teaching me like the things that I was already doing as an MC, but I didn't know what they was called. Like he taught me like about cliches, double entendres, how to say this instead of saying that, how to make certain words rhyme that you wouldn't usually hear rhyme together. He taught me those things while he was teaching his younger brother. Okay. So it kind of like, that was the point where it was like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm an MC. And this all I want to do. Yeah.
Man. That's dope, man. I mean, just tell people that you got the cosign from RZA, man. That says a lot, man. I mean, you know, coming from one of the greatest groups ever. You know what I'm
Right, and
saying?
this is before "Oh We Love You, Rakim." This is before
yeah.
Wutang. This is before
Right.
Wutang was even in existence. That's why you know I
Right.
tell a lot of people like I seen the whole play unfold
From the beginning.
because I knew RZA right at the moment where he had just signed the deal with Tommy Boy. So you know, "Oh We Love You, Rakim" was a demo at this time. He had like several songs on this tape, which was a demo. He hadn't even put a single or nothing now. So I was there. I've been around since the grain.
Wow. That's dope.
So
that's dope. You know,
so
hearing go ahead, Reboot.
No, you had it.
Oh, no, I was just saying, hearing these stories like that, you know, takes you back to like before everything popped off. Like that was like, you know, people always say like, yo, the satisfaction ain't because I'm here. It's the journey. You know,
Right.
from the start, you know, that's what builds up to how you feel about being in, you know, whether it's hip hop or whether it's, you know, life or you becoming somebody, you know, important in the world, or it's the journey that takes you there is like the fulfilling part of it. And
yeah, for sure. And like I said, man, it just to see it. The last time I spoke with RZA, man, I told him how proud I was of him because I seen his walk. You know what I mean? I seen the slender, you know, rugged 4 braids to the back, same 4 or 5 outfits, and you know what I mean? Like I seen him go from that to performing to being a star on American Gangster in a movie, like, you know what I mean? Like the music and more. And I seen it all.
Right. Dope.
So, like when, like just, you know, so obviously, you know, you a Wu affiliate, but like your individual grind. So like, where are you? Like, I know everybody wants to, okay, so it's cool that you were down with RZA and you knew him, but I know, like, you know, all of us want to have our own shine. You know what I'm saying? So like, how has that journey been for you to say, okay, yeah, you know, I'm affiliate, but I'm also my own dude on my own thing. So respect my grind for what I'm trying to get. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. It's you know, it's up and down because so many people know me from that. You know what I'm saying? So it's always going to be that as you know what I mean? That's always going to be part of the conversation. Like, oh, he was in Killarmy, or he knew, you know, he know RZA, and you know, he knew Dirty when he was Unique A-Son, he knew Ghost when he was Doug Lover. Like that's always going to be part of the journey for me. You know what I mean? So it's going to always be a question. But as far as like my journey, it's been dope. Win, lose, or draw, it's been dope because I've learned, I've gathered respect. You know what I mean? The people who know me as an artist know what I can do. They know I ain't gonna never ever not come with it 1,000%. I don't care who called me for a feature. I don't care who called me to throw a record on a soundtrack or whatever it's gonna be. They know I'm gonna go 1,000%.
Dope.
I like that, man. That's like your pedigree, right? Yeah, I feel you.
I've never been one since, like I said, since '89. At that point where I knew like this is what I want to do. I've never in my life tried to like half step on a verse for my own music or nobody else's. Like I want any record that I'm on for people to say, yo, that whole record was fat. But that one kid on there, that one kid, he was, I always wanted to be that one dude. Like,
Right.
So my journey it's been dope, man. Like in and outside of Wutang. I met some great people. You know, I done been on tour with Freeway. I done been on tour with a bunch of different people out of numerous R&B and hip hop. You know, I done had some amazing battles with some different people, and It's been a journey, man. You know, and you know, like I said, win, lose, or draw, the upsides and the downsides, man. I wouldn't change it for nothing.
Exactly.
Because it built this structure that you see right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't afraid to talk about the bad part, just like I'm not afraid to get praised about the good part.
Big facts. Big facts.
You know, and let me tell you, I'm gonna give you your props on that because that's the sign of a man, right? That's a sign of a man. Whatever the journey was, you own. And man, we need more of that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of cats out here that's shady with shit or, you know, whatever with emotion or feeling. So I'm gonna give you props off the top just for that statement in itself, because that's the type of shit that we need to be making sure cats get their props for, because nobody comes in and don't make a mistake, or nobody comes in and every move they make is the fucking right move. That's bullshit. Unless you have somebody guiding every part of your move, you know what I'm saying, then maybe. But the rest of us, man, we ain't no fucking manual to this thing. We out here trying to figure it out, man.
Yeah.
So mad
right. And see, thank you. I appreciate that. And see, that's the part to me, like with the new artists, I stress that to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because a lot of people get discouraged when they hit the bump in the road. And I tell them, like, yo, you still here breathing.
Yeah.
Word.
You still here breathing. It didn't kill you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you upset about it. Yeah, you might feel some type of way about it. You might not want to rock with who you rocking with no more.
Mm-hmm.
That type of thing happens.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you still here. And if you motivated to still do it, man, you can bring about that change. You can bring that change to yourself.
Yes.
And those are the type of things that I learned along this journey, because there was times where I was like, man, fuck it. Like, I'm cool, man. I don't want to rock no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Something done turned my stomach to it. And now it's like, but the one thing I know, man, is that when God give you a gift and you great at it, you can't shake it.
Yeah.
It come back.
So no matter how many times I done threw notebooks away and been like, fuck it, I ain't ill. I'll be in the car and a beat to come on and it just hit me like.
Just like this.
And that's when and that's when I knew I had to accept it. Yeah. Because it wasn't just solely something that like, all right, I just picked up a pen and pad and I got nice. No, this is in me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This is something that's innately in me. So I try to give it up to the youngers like, yo, don't get discouraged. Don't worry about what this person's saying. Don't worry about what that person's saying. Handle your business. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to have people that tell you bullshit, and you're going to have people that tell you the right thing.
Right.
And you'll be able to tell if you keep going. But if you give up, you ain't going to never know what it was. You ain't going to know if it was the right thing or if it was the wrong thing because you threw in the towel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stay.
I'll never threw in the towel. I ain't, listen, bro. Listen, beloved. I ain't had a record deal since the 90s.
And you still here.
I ain't had a record deal since the 90s.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And I'm still out here and I still make a little money from it. I still do what I need to do. I still got a fan base. I got over 5,000. I got no record deal. And I got over 5,000 people on my Instagram page because I shake and move. I still make myself relevant without MTV, without BET, without 1,000 videos on YouTube and all of that. I still make myself relevant.
Right. Karis once said, God gave me the talent, so let me flaunt the gift. You know?
Well,
exactly.
I was gonna say, I think, man, the problem with like the younger generation is their instant gratitude. They don't understand the grind. That's why, like, when you look, you see a lot of them cats whining on social media because they don't understand that journey. You know, like the person that achieved success, that shit was not overnight, man. They was grinding. Like these old heads, they receiving reward dividends on shit that they did 10 years ago, 15 years ago, relationships that they made, you know, and now it's paying dividends. You know, it looked like it's overnight because you didn't know who the fuck he was, you know, till recently.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. I say that all the time. Like, you know, my nephews, Jay-Z's a billionaire. I say, well, you don't know what the pages was before that, you got to read the whole book. He didn't just wake up a billionaire.
Facts.
He put some work in. You know what I mean? Like, and everybody don't know everything that he went through.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because he started off, I told him, I said, he started off somebody's DJ, but y'all don't know that. You know, he was Jazz's DJ. You see what I'm saying?
I didn't know that.
It was Jazzo and DJ Jay-Z. Go check Hawaiian Sophie out. He wasn't rhyming on that. He was Jazz's DJ and hype man.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? If you check Digital Underground back out in the day, Tupac was a dancer.
I knew that. I knew that. But yeah, I think
you see what I'm saying? People don't.
Go ahead.
I said people don't see that part. And if you're not a historian, then you know, and that's the problem with the youth. A lot of the history, it don't matter to them.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's supposed to. But you know, I see a lot of people, a lot of the older heads saying, "Yo, y'all gotta respect the grind. Y'all gotta respect the history." But see, the difference between the youth now and the youth when I was young, you gotta talk with them. See, I was able to be talked to. There's a difference between talking to somebody and talking with somebody.
Or talking
they don't like to be talked to because it makes them feel shunned. It makes them feel little. My nephews, I know that because of my sons and my daughters. They don't like for you to talk to them because it makes them feel belittled. But if you talk with them, they gain a better understanding.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to learn how to conversate with them because everything ain't gonna be the same as when, you know, my brother tell me, get to the studio, man, get off the block. And 1,000 of my friends is out there, but I'm getting ready to do what he said to do. I'm out of here.
Listen,
it's on me. You know what I'm saying? Where nowadays, I tell my brother and them, I said, all of these new kids should have been in Missouri because you got to show them. They should have been born in Missouri because you got to show them.
Yeah, you know, it's tough. I think they also got exposure to a lot more opportunities than, you know, the older heads did. I mean, social media, you know, just even a way to get all your
music they got out. Things easy.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to be nice.
They got things
right?
easy. They don't know. They got it. No. And see, that's what we can't do. We can't be nice about it. You got to let them know, like, y'all got it easy for real. Like, I used to travel to Pittsburgh to go battle. I used to leave Ohio and travel to Pittsburgh to go battle.
Wow.
Travel to Wheeling, West Virginia to go battle.
Right.
Like, if they said it was an MC around that was nice, I was going to go make it known that I'm coming. I don't think you that nice. And what's up?
I like it. I like it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what's up.
They don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't know about 10 deep in the van and you got to go to Columbus and Cleveland and Philly and DC and hang up stickers, and they don't know nothing about none of that. And I, you know what I'm saying? I try to tell them, like, the grind is different. Y'all got it way easier. Like, you can make a beat on an app on your phone and put a silly hook to it and 2 verses and become an overnight celebrity.
Without even going in the studio.
Because that's what Soulja Boy did.
Yep.
Soulja Boy made that song at home and became an overnight celebrity. Without having to go and put up stickers and posters and travel to radio stations and all of those things that we had to do. They got it easy in that sense because everything is at a push of a button right on their phone.
But it's crazy though too, you know, like you said with the youth, like now a lot of the stuff that they're doing, they're getting more attention, not even from the music. You know, a lot of negative stuff they're doing, a lot of craziness they're doing online, you know. And it's like, yo,
Well,
where's
see,
the
you know
music?
what? That comes from the elders. That's them. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. We're gonna talk real. We're gonna keep it real. That's them sneaky old heads who ain't made nothing out of themselves.
Yep.
That still got a little name in the hood, and he attached to the youngin. Cause 9 times out of 10, a lot of these cats come from broken homes and stuff like that. They're part of some type of gang or some type of crew, and the old head, he with him. He on tour with him. He at the radio stations with him, and he telling him. And guess what he telling him? Go ahead and say it. I got your back.
Yeah.
You want to say something wild about him? Go ahead and say it. I got your back.
Yeah.
As long as he's catching revenue from it, he don't care. That's how you get 6 9s.
Yep.
And cats like that ain't fit for nothing that they talking about.
Nothing. Not one bar. They spoke.
But they got an old head behind. They got a.
Oh man, he froze.
Oh man, right in the middle of him. Yeah,
dropping them jewels. Yo, Hoffa, if you can hear us.
That ain't got nothing better to do but try to leech off of the young boy.
Right.
Hey, you may have to check your signal, man. You froze on us. I think we can hear you though.
We all here
now. Yeah, but you froze on us. You might have to go out and come back in.
Yep. That's what's that.
There you go.
On the old head.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, that and definitely the game is tainted, man. You know, I mean, it probably was always tainted, but it's
part of that is a lot of these ladies, they don't give a fuck what you say if you they are the old head.
Yo,
Hoffa, do me a favor. Go out and come back in. See if you could connect a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going in and out.
Yeah. Come back in the room. Leave the room and come back in. Let's see if we.
All right. Let me see if I can. All right. Bet. Hold on 1 second.
He may be good now.
He'll be good now. Maybe because you was outside.
Maybe outside was an issue. Something happened. Something changed because he was going good for a minute.
Yeah. Oh, he froze again.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, right. He was dropping them jewels too.
Yeah, I know.
Yo, shout out to Queen City in the building. Salute.
Man, shout out to everybody on Twitch.tv in the building.
Antoine. Good to see y'all, man.
Word.
Yeah, y'all. We got Hoffa from Killarmy, man. Gonna wait for him to reconnect back with us. Chop it out. I want to hear I want to know like how he got with the rest of the crew. You know, when they dropped that debut, like how did he if he knew them? I wonder if he knew them, or they.
So you know where I'm going. I'm like, yo, because anytime like you meet cats, you always got to size them up, though, right? You got to size them up. So were they battling in the group? All of that. How was that going down?
Yeah.
When he said Pittsburgh, I thought about Black Steel right away because he was hit me up. So he didn't. I guess he didn't come back at it, but I guess that would be where he, met dude from traveling up to Pittsburgh to battle. So we talked about this before about the small circle, running, and that's something, man. It's
connected
crazy.
Still, bro.
Still connected, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
all right, that's what's up.
No doubt.
Yeah, man. Like I was saying though, man, like we got some old heads out there, man, that need to do better, man.
Yeah.
They need to do, like, for instance, look at that scenery in Chicago right now, man.
I saw it.
I ain't never seen so many dead rappers in all my life. And I've been around, like I said, since the beginning. I was born in 77. So I lived through this.
Right.
Right.
Look how many, not just how many, like, I'm looking at the art, not even just all the body count is bad, period, but you can count 30 or 40 rappers.
Yeah.
Dead and gone.
It's sick. Yep.
That could have took care of their families. That could have had something and been something. But you got the old head in the background saying, say it. Go ahead. If it's going to make us some bread, say it.
Yeah.
Because the old head, he going to go home after the show. He tucked off.
He ain't got the target. He ain't got the target on him neither. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He got the target on him. You know what he's doing.
So it's man, it's a savage act on behalf of people that's our age.
Mm-hmm. Instead of teaching
You know
them
what I
right.
mean?
Yeah, instead of teaching them
right.
Putting a battery in their back.
Right.
Because they get money. And that's what's crazy. It's like, yo, y'all get money, y'all can get up out of that, but they're still in it. That's the crazy part about it. Like,
well, you know,
yeah.
now some of it is how much money are they actually getting? You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, like, you got some of them getting paid, some of them ain't getting paid, some of them, like my man, getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Dude ain't even seeing that bread. You know what I'm saying? That's how you can have cats in there arguing and fussing about they're not getting paid from streaming.
Right.
From streams, you know, I mean.
Well, the streams and the record sales ain't never really gave you the money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, but okay, so let's put it on this scale, right? One of my homies booked King Von, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was getting 25,000 a show.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So, hypothetically speaking, he got a manager getting 20%, so he getting like 20,000 a show.
Okay.
After all is said and done.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the show money. That ain't got nothing to do with if he got merch on the side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say he getting 20,000 a night. If he do 10 shows in a month, that's 200 grand.
Right.
After a physical year, that's more than $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
But when you ain't got the proper people educating you on how to do this or do that, or like, listen, you need to move.
Yeah.
Like, ain't no sense for you to keep sticking your chest out to be here just because you want to show and prove that you can still stay in the city and keep money.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because the wolves is going. Yeah, the wolves is going to come. Everybody don't love you the same.
Right.
Say it,
man,
say it, man.
But when you ain't got nobody, teaching you that, what do?
Keep moving wrong.
You do exactly what he did. You come to the projects with a gym bag with 100 grand in it, which was noble because he giving some money to his homies that probably ain't had no money like that never in their life. That's noble.
Mm-hmm.
But well, after you did that, you were supposed to get in your truck and go back home to the suburbs. Because the option is the reality, not the option, but the reality is to get out of the ghetto.
Right.
People try to make it, people try to make the ghetto Mecca, and it's not.
It's not. Yeah.
Man, funny, I thought, and shout out to Prodigy, the Taskmaster, man. I see you in there, man. Salute another Wutang.
Shout out to Nick Flicks.
Yep.
Here.
I saw an interview with Ice-T that I liked, man. Ice-T said, you know, like, I don't go back.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I seen that.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know them. I don't know them people. My hood gone. You know what I'm saying? My hood gone. I'm walking around there. I don't know them people, and they don't know me. Why would I go back? He's like, yeah. He said it's like prison. You don't go back to prison when you get out. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go back.
Right.
So yeah, I'm like, you know, same thing. But these folk, like this generation, and you're right. I completely agree. You got an old head in your ear that you might even look up to, right? Because you was a little kid or whoever, right? And I'm just saying, like this young generation now. You looking up to this old dude because he got a little bit of little chain, a little whip. You know what I'm saying? He probably living in his mama house and she gone. You know what I'm saying? Left him now. That's all he got. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he's trying to build a little stuff on that, and so you think, okay, yeah, old head gonna help me show me the ropes. If old head was straight, he wouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? If old head was straight, he wouldn't be there.
Right.
But that's all they got to see. So he's saying, yeah, we're gonna do this. My man looking at the little kid like, okay, I got a meal ticket. You know, and it's sad, but you know, this is just another way that, you know, like our culture kind of eat on itself and not in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? Like we still got a lot to learn, but I think at the end of the day, it's just like systemically, you know, we don't listen to the right folks because we got the wrong idea of what success is. You know what I'm saying? Like I must say, like me big up in you about owning the wins and the failures is success. That's character. It's character. It's what separates you from a lot of people in this world right now. You know what I'm saying? So like that gotta be big up. I couldn't wait for you to finish talking because that shit gotta be important. It's important. You have to make it important. So like a younger cat that might be listening to this podcast right now can hear that. That yo, it's all right to grind. It's all right to scuff your knees, but remember who you are when you start the journey. And stay as close to that fella as you can be throughout the journey, because experience gonna change you some. But stick close to your gut and stay true to who you are. Word.
Facts. Big facts. Yo, did your crew, right? Did you get together with them before y'all dropped your debut album, Sound Weapons for Quiet Wars? How did you meet up with the other members? Did you know them for years, or was it like put together for the music?
Like I said, me and Knife met in '89 when they moved from Staten Island to Ohio.
Okay.
And as far as Shogun Assassin, me and Show been knowing each other since Pee Wee football. You know what I'm saying? He stayed on one side of the bridge and I stayed on the other side of the bridge, so I used to clash. But I always knew who he was. You know what I'm saying? Beretta 9 I brought to the table. Don P was Knife's best friend in Staten Island. Islord was Knife's. Islord, a lot of people don't know, Islord got all of us by 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
So Islord was like the big homie around the way in Staten Island with Knife in them, just like he was a little dude, so you would take him to be our age, but he was really our senior.
Okay.
But the first 4 members of Killarmy was myself, Knife Prince, Shogun Assassin, and Islord. Don P, Beretta came. I brought Beretta to the table. Knife brought Don P to the table, and then Killer Sim was the last to come to the table. So we ran with each other for years, just as MCs, you know, before we collectively put the group together, Killarmy. But from the beginning, it was me and Knife Prince. We always been like this.
Right. So, that name, where did the name originate from?
I'll talk to you in a second.
Oh, you
It come from a kung fu flick.
Okay.
Yeah, it came from a kung fu flick.
As it should, right?
around this time, Knife had moved back to Staten Island. This is if you've seen the documentary, you know that RZA caught a attempt in Ohio.
Right.
After he beat the case, he went back to Staten Island. Well, when he went back to Staten Island, Knife went with him. So during the recording of 36 Chambers and all of that, Knife had went back up top, and Islord as well. But Islord moved back with his parents. So Islord was staying in Staten Island and Knife was in Staten Island, but Knife was staying with RZA. So during the recording the 36 Chambers, Knife was right there. And so, as you know, 36 Chambers is full of different kung fu flicks and different things. Like that's what we used to do. Smoke blunts, drink 40s, and watch kung fu flicks.
Yeah, Saturday afternoon.
Right. So I guess during the transition of RZA going through the flicks, Knife seen the Killarmy movie. And I guess that was just a spark right there for him, because maybe you gotta go back upstairs, man. Go get some candy from your dad. Go get it. Your daddy got it.
That's Pop right there. That's good stuff. That's Pop right there. Yeah, like, I'm coming to hang with Pop right now. What you doing, Pop?
You gonna let me get away with stuff?
He still ain't paying no attention.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good.
So yeah, he called me, and like August of 93, and he's like, yo, I'm coming back to the O. I want to put together this group. So I'm like, bet. Check it out. Go tell daddy we want some candy from the store. Go tell daddy you want candy from the store. Okay, go tell him. And I'll get you some juice. All right. Okay. Thank you.
That's one thing about kids. They don't know, they don't care what's going on, and they tell the truth.
I don't, and especially not him. He don't care. But yeah, so like around August of 93, Knife came back to the O, and then Islord came back maybe like a month later, and so we sat, and this is like 90 days prior to Enter the 36 Chambers coming out, and we sat down and we politicked, and he was like, yo, like, I really want to do this. So like I said, at the time, yes, sir. At the time, like I said, it was just me, Knife, Islord, and Shogun. And at that time, Shogun wasn't even an MC. Shogun was just one of the brothers who we was with every single day. Here, take it upstairs to your dad. Tell him open it for you. So I kind of encouraged Shogun to start MCing because Shogun was one of them guys, like I said, he was with us every day. And we would be on the back of Miss Linda's porch, who is RZA and Knife's. So we would be on the back porch MCing, and Shogun was one of them guys that are, you know, throw two lines in the air. Here, take it to your father. Take it to your dad. Come on.
You know what I like, man? While he's distracted, like you can tell though, he putting time in the young soldier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going on right now. Young soldier trying to figure out, hold up, man, Pop, what's going down? You know what I'm saying? Like that's you know, thinking all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. So, but that only happens when you doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I mean,
he don't know his pop. He don't know his papa's history. Well, I'm gonna have to break. You got to stay up here while I'm doing this.
I told you, stay up here.
I'm not trying to hear nothing.
Yeah, nah. He's like, I run the show, man. What you talking about, man? Yeah, I get it. Yo, I mean, I raised 5 kids, okay, so I feel you.
I'm gonna have to break it down to him about his papa's history one day.
That's gonna be
so anyway, like I was saying though, Shogun was one of them guys. We'd be on the back porch, we really putting in the pain. And would always come playing around, yo, check this, that, and then he'd get quiet. So, you know, I question at him like, yo, man, you might as well, come on, man. You know, it took coercing, I mean, trying to put the battery in his back. And then one day we was on the back porch. Everybody was going in the cypher because that's what we used to do. We turned the beats on and go in the cypher. And then one day Shogun just came off and was like, yo, and that was it. So the first 4 members, like I said, is Knife and Show. And man, it was a time, man, because like I said, this is the time, this is before DB, this is Unique A song. This is when Ghostface Glover. And I say that all the. I know at the time that they was getting themselves together for Enter the Wutang. So while they was getting sharp, we was getting sharp
at the same time.
I didn't know what for. But like I said, as far as the Killarmy situation, that happened in like August of 93 when we collectively sat down and said, all right, this is what we're going to do, because now the older brothers, they got a record deal. We've been out you know what I mean? We've been out with the black and white vinyls for Protect Your Neck with After the Laughter on the B-side, passing them out to people. This is before the B-side was Method Man. You know what I mean? We got the stickers. We hitting the town up with the stickers and that, like, and that was us walking our dogs. And I didn't recognize it back then, but like, that's what they had us doing. You know what I'm saying? And pass t-shirts of that nature. You know what I mean? We had a time before we created the actual group. And then in creating the actual group, it forged more of a brotherhood.
Right.
Because now we ain't just hanging with each other. We
you got that bond.
Like now there's a thing that we all got to strategize about, and now we ain't playing no more. Now we ain't just writing verses. Now we got 30 different titles in the notebook for records, and we going through the titles. All right, Wake Up. All right, Scenes That Never Fail. Warface. Like we constructing this album, and it made us it made cats that was already brothers family. Because now we sleeping in, you know what I mean? We all sleeping in the same room, and we, you know what I mean? We if we hit the block, we hitting the block together. If we go to a party, we going to a party together. You know, everything we was doing together.
So real quick, man, shout out to Black Steel out of Pittsburgh, man. When you said Pittsburgh, Black Steel is the homie. So I right away I was thinking about Black Steel when you start talking about battle. And DJ Grand Mercy, man, another Wu-Tang DJ in the building. Salute, Grand Mercy, man. Salute. So
man, I love Black Steel, man.
Yeah, that's the homie
right there.
Word.
Yeah, I love Black Steel, man.
Yeah, we just want to make sure, you know, because I don't think you can see the chat, but he's on twitch.tv. We was trying to get him on the show, man, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got love for Black. He always showed us love, man. Always.
So
yeah.
So like, at what part, like, you know, like you kind of like you took, you know, I guess like you kind of took a break or whatever, and you know you was still kind of trying to grind, but you was like not, you know, I don't want to say not in the group, but you know, it's like when I try to read up on some of the stuff. Like
no. There was a time where I left the group. You know what I'm saying? We went through some things, and it was like, all right, you know, I had to make a decision for myself. Like,
right,
you know, the love was still there, but it was just like, you know what? We ain't doing it, ain't right. You know what I mean? Like, we right, but it ain't right.
Right.
So we went through a little transition to where, you know, I separated myself, and that was the point in time for me where, like, that was another point in time in my life where I really had to make a decision. Like, are you gonna be an MC or gonna find something to do? Because it's a certain pinnacle, and you don't want to go back. You know, if that make any sense, you don't want to go back. But at certain point in times, it's like going back may be most beneficial for you, even though you don't want to go back to the town and people asking you 1,000 questions and trying to dig in. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like answering them questions, man.
Right.
Because I know a lot of y'all never wanted to see us no way. So I ain't getting ready to give y'all the satisfaction.
Some of just getting in your business. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So it was that type of thing. So I kind of like, I took a light hiatus, but not long enough to where it was noticeable. It was more personal for me. Like, I'm just going to school, because we had all quit school.
Okay.
So I went back to high school, you know, because I'm the youngest member in Killarmy. So I went back to high school for my senior year. And I would just go to school and go home. Go to school and go home. And anybody who was cool with me or we was alikes, they would just come to the lab, man, because that's where I'd be at. I'd be at the lab. Because I knew what was going to happen once I hit the streets.
Right. But that's actually good to build. I'm saying that's a good way to build. I'm sorry. We doing it again. Go ahead, man. Tell the story. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
No. I just gave myself a moment to be Kenny Jet. You know what I'm saying? That's my government is Kenny Jet. So I had to re-register. I'm gonna put Hoffa on the hanger for just a minute, just so I could be regular again. Because the people who I grew up around in the town, I was never regular because I was always an MC since I was a kid. And then once I made it, it was like, oh, so for me to come back home with my suitcase and a little bit of money, I wasn't giving no opening to nobody to have, I told you speech and all of that. So I kind of just myself, like I said, I would go home, go to school, go home. And anybody who was cool with me, who loved for me, they knew they could come to my mother's house and sit down and we could cool out and burn an L and sip a 40 in politics or chase some females or whatever we was going to do. And I did that without having to do I was for a moment. I gathered I went back outside.
Man, you might have to check that signal again, man. You're cutting in and out a little bit.
Nah.
Yeah, it froze. Yeah, it froze on him again.
Yeah. Somebody was calling my phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you good now. What's your writing process like? Oh, go ahead.
What'd you say?
No. I always like to ask, every MC, like, your writing process. Like, do you like hearing the beat first, or you already have stuff in your mind, you match it to whatever you hear, or do you write in the studio?
I think it's both for me. Like, I enjoy going in the basement with me and the beat, burn an L and getting in my zone. I love it like that.
Okay.
But I also, I can walk into the studio, hear somebody throw some beats on, and just come out the head with some rhymes that I have been writing and just match them to the beat. Right. You know what I mean? Or the process of just sitting in the studio and actually saying, yo, I want to write a story, and somebody creating the record and me writing the record. I do it all. I do it all types of ways, but for my preference, me personally, I like to go in the basement by myself with the beats, and I like to do it like that.
Right.
Because that's where I come from with it. So that's where I'm most comfortable with it. And I like to, you know what I mean, put the construction work together myself and do it like that.
Right. Yeah. It feels more authentic that way. Yeah.
So let me ask a question. Like, so when you in a situation, I know, like, let's say for Tiger and I DJs. So like when we see, like if I see another DJ getting off, it gets me hyped. I can't wait to get on, get my turn. It's like, are you able to pull that energy from other MCs? You know what I'm saying? Like, like you in a cycle, whatever. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I always listen. I tell everybody, nobody who I grew up around or nobody that was in Killarmy with me was ever my competition. My only competition in this industry, he knew it or not, was Nasir Jones. That was my only competition. In my mind, if I could keep up with Nas, I wasn't worried about nobody else.
Yeah,
that was my only competition. That's it. That's it. Until I Jadakiss, only competition ever was Nas. I wasn't worried about trying to be better than the cats in my group. I wasn't worried about trying to be better than the cats on the block, because I felt like if I could keep up with Nas, then running into the cats on the because a cakewalk.
Right.
So let me ask you a question though.
Again, man. Let me send them a message real quick.
All right, that's cool. So I'm gonna shout the chat room out on Twitch, man. Shout out to Quan in the building. I see you.
Hello.
Man, D. Cole, DJ Lou Diamonds in the building.
Diamonds, what up, bro?
What's good?
Kareem over there. I see you over there on YouTube, and DJ Cool Breeze. Salute. Nick Flicks in the mix from the upcoming. That's the upcoming show that's going down on Wutang Radio. Shout out to y'all as well.
Right. So, when you talk about, like, let's say traveling, you know, and doing, you know, whatever street team work and stuff you had to do, like these young cats don't know anything about, like, I'm kind of surprised that you had to hit the road though. So now I'm in the South, so I don't know about the shape of how things played out in New York. But like for me, I always looked at New York as the Mecca. But when I hear you say, okay, well, you know, we got to go to like Connecticut, or got to go to Ohio, got to go to Pittsburgh, or stuff like that, the battle, like, what was that because you were looking for MCs that were of a different style or a different flavor? Or was it just that, you know, they wasn't like the battle scene wasn't really as developed as it was in like Pittsburgh or some of these other areas?
Nah, it was just like I'm 30 minutes from Pittsburgh, where I grew up in. So it's just like that's our backyard. You know what I mean? Just as well as in their backyard. So I got family up there. And you know, you talking to your family, they like, man, my homie, blah 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 blah. He nice.
Okay, I'm gonna come see him then.
All right, okay, all right.
Nice.
And then you know, you get a couple cats that want to bet money.
Oh yeah.
So that was always nice too. Like, oh, okay, you got a stack. I'll drive to Pittsburgh for a stack. I'll come to West Virginia for a stack. I'll drive to Columbus for a stack. Like, because I already know what I'm gonna do when I get there. I'm leaving with that money.
Yeah, let me get that. Yeah.
So and the number two thing about that was I'm humble. I know I'm nice, but I'm humble. So we can burn L's. We could chop it up about music and all of that. But I'm gonna eat you up in a little bit, but I'm still a regular dude at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was able to leave a good impression with a lot of different people to where once we did get on, it's a lot of cats. I would go back to different places and they'd be like, yo, man, I remember you from the battle at the barbershop up on Franklin Avenue, man. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I do remember coming up there and yeah, they like, man, you made it, man. Like, yeah, yo, man, you always was cool too, man. I remember we was smoking that weed in the, you know what I'm saying? And the same thing when I went to Staten Island, me and Old Dirty's little cousin, 12 o'clock, we got two legendary battles. God bless the dead, man, 12 o'clock. We had two legendary battles. Legendary, you know what I'm saying? And the people who was around remember that, like, yo, I remember y'all going at it. We was on each other's necks, you know what I mean? But those type of things build character. They build friendships and bonds and things like that to where, like, I could go to Pittsburgh like Black Steel. Like, I could still go to Pittsburgh and go, you know, hang out with Black Steel and a couple of the guys I know up there and all of that from those memories, from those times. You know what I'm saying? So it was all about, I didn't know it back then, but it was all about character. You know what I mean? It was all about relationships and bonds and things like that. And that's why we circulated the way we circulated, because it was like, I wanted to be where hip hop was at. And if you telling me it's in Cleveland on East 131st Street, that's where I'm going.
Yeah. That's hip hop. That's hip hop. Those are the
love.
Those are the like the untold stories that, you know, that you only have within, you know, your certain group of people, but there were memories that you said that's what developed character. You know, that's important, man.
And it's also like the journey. Yeah. Like we were talking about how the young kids don't understand. You talking about the grind and the journey to get where you at, where these cats, like, they don't get that. Like,
Right.
You know, this is a journey to get to where you at. To even get nice. Get nice. Like Tiger always says, you know, steel sharpens steel. So, you know, like we got like our little group or whatever where everybody in there trying to kick each other in the ass. Only thing it's doing is making us better. You know what I'm saying? When we step out here in the other world. But it's something to be said about that. If you're not getting that, if you ain't really like, let's talk like some of these young cats that's on, you know, mumble rap dudes or whatever, they can't even rap on some of these beats because they don't really know how to rap to begin with, and they don't have nothing to push them. You know, the bar is so low. You know what I'm saying? They don't have anything to push them. So
yeah, that's, you know what? That's another thing that comes from the elders, but I think the youth took it the wrong way when they started hearing, oh, this guy don't even write rhymes. He just go in the booth and he just say whatever come to his head. But what they don't realize is, say for instance, like Jay-Z and Biggie, because these was like the two legendary cats that everybody said never used pens and pads when they was writing.
Right.
But there was still the repetition of the rhymes going off in their head. So the ball being created, they just weren't being written down, but there was still the repetition of the rhyme being written in their head. So it was the same as rhyme. They just wasn't using the pen and the pad.
Exactly.
And Lil Wayne took heed to that. He understood it. But the cats who fell in love with Lil Wayne just thought Lil Wayne was going in the studio, and so that's what they took it for. I could just go in the booth and just start saying anything.
Yeah.
and just come out and then like, you know, there's a floodgate for it now where everything sounds the same because everybody's doing the same thing.
Yep.
Is the part of the game to me that's destroying it, because there's no authenticity.
None.
And then when you get authentic cats now, it's like they really got to make a mark or they fall off because ain't nobody like people like, no, we don't want to hear the lyrics and the boom bap beats. We don't, you know, there's a masses. The same way there was a masses in the 90s was like, we don't want to hear that bubblegum shit. The tables have now turned to where the bubblegum shit is like, we don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
So the masses now is bubblegum. But it's slowly coming back to where it's supposed to be, because you got, I always tell people, thank God for Griselda. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell people all the time, like, thank God for Griselda. You know, different cats, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, you know, cats who really appreciate lyrical content and have created a brand and a cult following for the music.
Right.
They're making money. They're making bread.
And making bread off of it. You know what I'm saying? To where like now, like I did a prison stint from 2013 to 2016. And so when I first came back home, I was like, yo, what's up with the music? And one of my guys who I grew up with in Ohio, he had moved to Ohio from Buffalo. And he turned me on to him. And I was like, this cat still rhyming like how we came off?
Right.
And that kind of put the battery back in my back, like, nah, like, yeah, like, it's still a crowd for the authentic boom bap. And it make you happy to see that. I wish it was more, but like, you know, it's like the old saying goes, what's first shall be last, and what's last shall be first. The cats who we wasn't paying attention to in the 90s, they first now. And we got to take the back seat, kinda.
Right.
Well, I think it's more people. We like it. There's more of us out here that like it. I believe, and it reflects in like saying like Wutang selling out their whole tour, you know, Busta Rhymes selling out. You know, I think, you know, there's a couple things going on in the game right now. One is the push for R&B from certain entities, and I think that's because they feel like they can control what's going down easier than what they can control what's going within hip hop. So they say, okay, we're gonna try to shift the dynamic and force everybody down the R&B road because it looked like these old heads is about to come back, and if they're coming back, they're gonna be wiser. We ain't gonna be able to shit them with the jerk contracts, you know what I'm saying? All the stuff that we know. Trying to deal with them is gonna be a problem. So let's try to just go ahead and, you know, push this narrative towards R&B. And I mean, not to hate on R&B, but it's just like, you know, it's the same thing that happened to hip hop is gonna happen to it if they don't watch it as well, you know.
I think it already happened because where's Darnell Jones? Where's Mariah Carey? Where Mariah Carey at? We're like, you know, like, really he locked up. Like, where's everybody at? Where's Brownstone? You know, like, where's this move? Like the R&B.
Oh, he froze again. Oh,
it's bits and pieces.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, you froze again.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, I keep messaging people telling them I'll call them back, man. It's probably people like, yo, there's probably people that seen the flyer on my page and like, yo, you, because I'm looking at the names of the people, but like I said, what happened to R&B? Where Case at? Where Brian McKnight and Carl Thomas and all of them cats at? I'm gonna tell you what happened. And this is just my point of view. If you look at the mainstream of what they are in hip hop now, all the cats are singing over tunes and all of that. So if we can cancel out the Barsmiths and cancel the R&B and kind of collab this all together.
Yeah.
We don't need to pay Carl Thomas no more. We don't need to pay Wutang and Black Smith, these cats no more, because this cat ain't a barsmith, but he rapping. And it's melodic. So they can dance to it. So they getting a 2 for
1.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like a 2 for 1 with these artists.
But them shits is bobos. They skip stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we know we know that. We know that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, when the industry puts something in power, it's in power. Like in the early 90s, you had Onyx, Wutang, Dog Pound, Outkast, Scarface, you know, Black Moon, the whole Duck Down situation. You had Killarmy, you had Biggie, you had the Locks, you had this influx of cats who really was bar on, like, you know what I mean, putting the bar game together. And so like that kind of shoved Kid and Play and Kwame and all of them guys to the side.
Right.
And not to say that they wasn't hip hop, but it was just an influx of this, and they was, you know what I'm saying? And so now they've created a shift to where cats is getting paid more now for shows than they ever did.
Right.
Method Man and Busta Rhymes are some of the most electrifying performers you gonna ever see. They wasn't getting no $100,000 for no show.
Right. Right.
$100,000 for a show? That's unbelievable when you got 10 shows, 20 shows set up.
Right. Yo, real quick, I want to bring in, we got someone else from the Wu family, man. We got Solomon Childs backstage.
Yes, sir.
If you can hear me, I'm gonna bring him up.
Can y'all hear me?
Solomon Childs, check 1, 2.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
It's a little low, but we hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, I'm in the gym. That's why. And
Oh, okay.
I seen the whatchamacallit, the link. Sun God sent me the link,
No
and
doubt.
when he sent me the link, I didn't know. You know what I mean? So, but I wanted to tap in because I was on a call with you got Hoffa the other day, and my phone died. You know what I mean? So
No doubt. Well, salute, man. I'm
Yeah,
glad
salute. You in there
tapped
getting it in, man.
Word.
you already know.
What's the deal, King?
Ain't nothing, y'all. Ain't no how. Everything is good. I just wanted to tap in real quick with what he was saying. As far as like when it comes to hip hop, hip hop is elevation. You know what I mean? It's always gonna elevate. It's never gonna stay the same. You know what I mean? That's why she's so great. So back in the days we had the Rakims and the Big Daddy Kanes and the LL Cool J's and all them. And then it went from that era to the Kid and Plays and the Kwame's and those kind of dudes. And then it went from there to the Wutangs and the Biggies and the Nas's and the Mobb Deeps. And then it went from there to the Fabs and the Locks and Dipset. And then it went from there, and to the little babies and the Drakes and the Waynes. And so, and even from there, now it's even elevated from there to the 21 Savages and NBA Boy and all that stuff. So it's constantly always gonna evolve. Music is always gonna evolve, period. Whether it's R&B, whether it's hip hop. So it's never gonna stay the same. So that's why you have to, in this game, the artist that survives is the versatile artist. He's the one that takes flight. It's not necessarily just because you're versatile doesn't mean you sold out. You just have to be versatile with content, with strong content, not just mumbo jumbo, not just a bunch of laffy taffy shit. You know what I mean?
So to build off of that, so like this has always been my thing is I tell my kids to ask for more. They should want more out of the product that's being given to them. You know what I'm saying? Like when you were talking about the way that they, the bars, the way they put everything together now, it's so simple. It's just nursery rhyme shit. Let's be honest, right? And a lot of it is auto tune that's being sung. The pressure would be applied if it wasn't being moved because the consumer is saying, "I want more."
What happened? Sorry to cut your wisdom real quick. You know what happened? The reason for the simplicity, it was never about that. As an artist that does shows, got on stages in front of live audiences. I remember me and Ghost did a show in Czechoslovakia, 60,000 people in a soccer field, in like a stadium. It's not about that. Wasn't the reason for the simplicity. The reason for the simplicity was breath control. If you was able to go on there and say dot 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 one, dot 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 one, dot 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 one, dot 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 one, then you was able to give the crowd a show that was immaculate. But if you had to be as complex as we were, and you was up there like this, because you didn't have the proper breath control. So that's why they simplified it where it was more easier for you to get your stage show on. What happened was they, just like anything else, they screwed it up.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And instead of them making it where it was, simplified but still dynamic, they screwed it up.
Right. That makes sense.
Ray, somebody asked Ray. They said, "Yo, how you feel?" Not to jump off the topic, but it makes it's like almost like a I say that to say this. somebody asked Raekwon, they said, how you feel about the Hulu series? Raekwon said that it was an expensive glass of cognac, watered down with mad ice.
Wow.
It was mad ice in an expensive glass of cognac. So that's exactly where I'm looking at it from.
Wow.
The shows and the lyrics, these lyrics are coming from an aspect of where, okay, the song is dope, but you watered it down too much. You don't have to water it down to make it simple. You just need to make it simple, but make it simple. It don't gotta be. You could still get your point across because it's simple. You don't have to make it be.
Right.
You know, right?
Yeah.
Well said. You know.
Yeah, man. Very good point. Very good point. What's up, Serious Biz? Salute. DJ Hot Curry in the building. Salute. Yeah, man. Woo. See, like, we started this show, man. Real DJs Matter, chopping it up about, what we go through, DJs go through, and talking to the MCs is so dope because, I mean, obviously the MC and the DJ is parallel within another, a lot of these young cats don't even use DJs, like we did. And hip hop started with the DJ, but it's just dope hearing y'all stories about how y'all persevered through things, and it's just dope the way it intersects with what we did and still do as well.
Right. And I applaud some of these MCs that's still out here. For me, I see a lot of brothers recently. I've seen my god brother Capadonna. I seen Jojo Pellegrino. I've seen a few people that gotten on the social media and spit like 45, 52 bars of just murder.
Right.
I'm like, okay,
Redman too.
Right. I'm like, okay, I see y'all. You know what I mean? Me on the other hand, I'm more into touching. I want to touch him now. You know what I mean? I'm not looking to really just give you 1,000 bars of just, of murder. You know what I mean? Because that's like loading up the Glock and just going to shoot everybody on the strip because you upset. You know what I mean? You tired of these niggas out here getting on, you know what I mean, fucking my streets up, fucking the blocks up. So now you just go grab a gun and you load it up and shoot everybody. I don't want to do that. I'd rather teach him. I want to teach him that. You know what I mean? I want to hit him. I want to hit him like the saying goes. I want to hit him where it hits home.
No doubt. Yo, Hoffa's back in the building. Your new joint, Hoffa, you said that that you dropped about a week ago.
No. That's Solomon Child. Solomon Child's joint. I'm featured on there.
You're featured on that one.
Oh, cool. Because I was actually going to ask Solomon Child where. So that work, we got him in the building.
Yeah. And that dropped about a week and a half ago, correct?
Yeah, about a week and a half ago. Yup.
Right. What's the name of the joint? So I could tell everybody in the chat. I'll throw that link up.
The God.
Oh, the God.
Yep.
Okay.
So let's keep it real though. That's Hoffa joint, man. Hoffa shined on that, man. That's his joint.
No doubt.
Hoffa took control of that joint. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it, beloved. Appreciate it.
He featured me on there.
That's dope.
Man, I gotta say, man, to have just met y'all, man, and really I ain't met you in the flesh, but just like y'all energy, man, is big ups to y'all. It's like this is what we need more of this, man. We need more of this, like in the game, man. Just like maybe 2 minutes in an interview, your original statement, which had me talk about character. It goes a long way where you hear like humility, somebody saying, my man, he blessed the track, and you back and forth that it ain't gotta be like shiesty or shady or whatever. It's all love, and
Yeah,
like y'all
we
got
men,
that vibe.
you know.
Exactly,
Yeah, we
men,
men.
people. So just giving y'all props for that, man. Because I think for some of us, like I know just my relationship with Tiger, man, has just been, we men doing men shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what these young cats need to see. Like I personally think, like going to your original comment, Hoffa, about these young guys got the old dudes stuck in the hood guiding them. I think when folks like we achieve higher levels of success, then they see that there's another way.
Right. It's crazy that you say it like that. It's crazy you say it like that because I mean, it's funny. I go back around my way sometimes, and I got the older dudes that's in my hood, like a few years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll come through, and the young dudes, the young dudes in the blue shiesty masks and running around and twerk, doing the or the young dudes and shit. You know what I mean? They embrace me like crazy. So the other OGs, you know what I mean, is a little bit older than me, and the dudes that are my age, they be like, yo, I don't understand how when you come through, they don't talk to you the way that they talk to us, or they don't give us that energy that they give you. I'm like, the reason for that is because I don't talk down on them. I don't talk down to them. I don't make it seem like I'm more important than they are.
Right.
Because the era I come from, we respected the OG.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It didn't matter that we was out there banging or robbing or stealing. It mattered that he was the OG. So it was, even if he was a fiend, we still respected him because he was an elder for us. You know what I mean? He had where he was basically, he had the knowledge that we see. We wanted to get to that level. We knew how real the streets was. We knew that there was no. We knew that tomorrow wasn't promised.
Right.
So we had to say, well, okay, too. I respect you. I see where you got to. I don't care how you did it. I don't care if you get high. I'm just trying to get to where you at. I'm not gonna be getting high when you where you at. But I know, but I'm trying to still get to where you at. You know what I mean? And it's like a lot of times with the drugs, if they trying to be they pigs, it's like that old saying where it was like, they was telling the girls, you're trying to be your daughter's homegirl instead of her mother.
Right.
Or you trying to be your son's homeboy instead of his father.
Can't be friends.
Right. It's not about being friends. You gotta show them respect. If you show them respect, they'll respect you, and then that respect, that's a different form of love. That's the love that you're seeking for. You're not seeking for the love of where, oh yeah, you my peer. I'm not your peer, man. You know what I mean? I'm not your peer. You know? I get it. You swift, but I'm swifter. You know what I mean?
Word.
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy, man. Hoffa, he just said the same thing about talking down to the kids, talking to them.
Yeah, you can't. You got to talk with them. You can't talk to them. You got to talk with them.
Yeah.
Right. And they respect you more for it.
That's crazy, man. Dope, man. Talk, man. So we do this every Monday, y'all. Real DJs Matter. We got Hoffa in the building. Solomon Childs in the building, man. Got MCs in the building, man. MCs.
Solomon in here working out with. That cat got on that weighted vest and all that shit.
Word.
Yo, this cat trying to make me. He trying to make me look bad, Tiger. You see him over there trying to make me look bad,
Take that dust off that little gym I got downstairs and get back to it.
I'm trying to tell you, man. This man is getting it in. He ain't even breathing hard.
Oh, nah. I mean, this is this is definitely, I'm in here every night. I only got one off day. You know,
Nice.
go hard.
Word,
You know?
I feel you. Yeah.
Dope. So any are y'all planning to do any shows in the spring or summertime?
Man, I've been talking to Supreme about setting some shows up and doing some things. It's about to open back up, man. The floodgates is about to open back up, man. It's just all about timing for real.
Right.
Right.
You know?
Right. For me, I'm going overseas. You know, I'm looking to go overseas. I'm probably gonna be. I got some things coming up in Paris. I got some things coming up in Czechoslovakia. I'll probably go to Africa.
Okay.
You know, Australia. I'll probably do Australia again. You know, so you know, that's pretty much it for me. I'm not really focusing on the States right now. I'll probably trickle down back to the States once I come back in the country. But as far as like, you know, right now, I'm looking to get the bag, and the bag is not here.
Damn. Say it again, man. We gotta change that shit, right?
Yeah.
We got like these other countries. Damn, they loving hip hop better than us.
Yeah.
Seemed like that
Listen to
way
that
for
shit,
a while.
man. Word.
Yeah.
And I know, right? I know. Hey, look in. Sean Price slapped the motherfucker on stage, and he came back.
You know.
Word. God bless.
Rest in peace.
God bless. Word.
Rest in
One of the
peace.
illest ever.
Yeah, slap the dude sideways.
Right on.
And
a friend of mine.
So who Black Steel want to know is Divine handling all the production? That's the Hoffa.
Nah, like I said, on this project right here, man, I got my man Jag the Apostle that I'm about to the Walk on Water project. He gonna produce the whole joint. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Fourth got I mean things is coming back full circle. Me and Fourth gonna jump back in the ring again and get it popping, right? But right now, you know, my man Jag, he got the sound that I'm looking for. You know what I mean? We've been working with each other since like '98. So he kind of know my flavor, you know what I'm saying? And so we just putting together a well-rounded project. The production is going to be stellar, you know what I mean? Let me say this. A lot of the production that I deal with, it all comes from the same vein. And what I mean by that is a lot of the producers that I deal with right now, they came up on Wu. They came up on Mob. They came up on Snoop. They came up on Scarface and all of them cats that I was mentioning earlier. So they know the flavor. You know what I mean? So and it's like you gotta get somebody that's available, and they making time for you like you make time for them. Like my man,
I'm there too. Well, yeah, I'm working the same too.
Like my man Jag, he keep in mind when he's doing production. You see what I'm saying? So he sent me 6 or 7 different records.
Right.
And so why not, when I'm in position to get ready to start recording, go to who's showing me the love? Not that Fourth don't love me, not that Wizard don't love me, not that, you know what I mean, Nice Prince or nobody else that do production. But it's just like, this is where I'm at right now.
Right.
And we get ready to put a 1-2 punch together that don't stop. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. Can't wait. We need that. Yeah, Black Steel said I still had the last project y'all did, Jag and Hoffa. Word.
See? Yeah.
Biz, salute.
Yeah, man. That's what we need. We need that. We need that in the rotation. So when you think about, we've been talking about the you know, how, you know, we said about earlier about the, you know, record labels, the streaming service is basically doing the same thing the record labels is doing. Actually, the record labels are in cahoots with the streaming services, you know, paying 0.4% to artists, and a lot of artists talking about basically selling out the trunk again. I mean, selling, you know, direct to consumer. You know, what do you think about?
I think that's the illest thing to do. If you got a fan base, that's the illest thing to do. Right. Cause let's do some math real quick, right? Let's say you put a CD out and you getting $3 off of every CD that's sold. You put out 10 records and you getting $3 every time it gets sold. And you got 50,000 fans that buy it. That's 150 bands, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know that's 150 bands. You ain't gotta worry about Thomas giving the money to Jeffrey, then Jeffrey giving the money to Earl. Damn, phone died.
Oh, he plugged his phone
in.
Yeah, man. Remember you said that too, Reboot, about these dudes, like these big established artists.
Yeah, they don't need
complaining like y'all got a fan base. Why don't you just make a website and sell direct to consumer?
Sell direct, yeah. I'm with you, and I'm looking for that, and I like to see that. I like to see, like a Busta Rhymes take the Prince approach. You know what I'm saying?
So I think what happened with that, because I had a friend of mine, he wanted me to he gave me this knowledge, so I'm gonna pass it on.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Yo, Solomon, I want to do a project with you." I said, "All right, cool, let's do it." He said, "The only thing," so we in the works of the project now. The project is finished. He said, "The only thing, we're gonna do vinyl." So I said, "Okay, no problem." He said, "But we only gonna do vinyl." I said, "Wait, so what about streaming and all that?" I said, "We're not gonna stream at all." I said, "Oh wow." He said, "Don't worry about it. You're gonna make so much money right now that you're gonna fucking lose your mind." So I'm like, "Really?" He said, "This is the problem." Because he was a big time executive at Island Def Jam. He said what happened was they used to have it was iTunes, not Apple Music, iTunes.
Right.
So he said when it was iTunes, you could put a song or an album on iTunes, and you would get 70-30 from the sales of that project. He said where they screwed us, where they screwed the artists up, he said that they created Apple Music, and they started giving you a subscription. So now you're paying $14.95 for a subscription, and you could download 5,000 songs.
Right.
You don't even have to listen to those fucking songs, but you got those in your library.
Yeah.
Opposed to before, when you had it on iTunes, you had to purchase that song for 99 cents. Whether you listened to it or not, you still had to purchase the song.
Right.
So that's the problem. He said that's the problem. That's what took a toll in the pocket of the artist.
Yeah. That's so on point. It makes sense. You paying $15 a month to get 1,000, 5,000 songs. With the artists ain't getting that $3. Like they're getting a 0.9% of a penny.
Right.
It's disgusting.
Right.
So you really gotta have some type of legality that denies folks to stream their music.
Yeah. I mean, to not like those artists that did not put their stuff on streaming services, and then someone put it up, then you could be like, "Yo, you didn't have the legal authority to put that up."
That's what I'm getting at. So what happens is you set it up that you have to have a separate contract to stream the music, and if you find them streaming the music, they're gonna be in violation and you sue them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that would be so even like because if you put it out on vinyl, a streaming service could still get it, but they can't.
Somebody ripped that vinyl.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But if you got that contractual situation, you bought the vinyl and you ripped it, but you still can't stream it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where you got to get them at. But
it's crazy how, like you said, it comes back around eventually.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Comes back around eventually, So, because right now, what I'm gonna do, quiet is kept, but y'all good people, so and I'm never really the type of person to feel like, oh, I ain't gonna say that, If I say that, then they're gonna steal my idea. My wife said that shit all the time. I'd be like, man, Allah is the most merciful, and He gonna make sure that you always good. So don't ever hold nothing back if you feel like you want to say it. With that being said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find a company. I'm looking for a company right now in China or India, and I'm gonna get them to create a Walkman, like a cassette Walkman. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the tape. I'm gonna do an album, and I'm gonna get the tape, create like little rinky-dink Walkman, You know, nothing crazy. Maybe about maybe it costs like $3-4 to make it, plus the cassette, and I'm gonna sell everything for like $50. The album, and you get the cassette player for free, $50.
I actually like that, like vintage jammy.
Right, I'll do it like I do, and then the goal is you know, because people always say like, damn, that sounds expensive. It only sounds expensive if I'm trying to make 6,000 of them. I'm only trying to make 200-300 of them.
Right,
you know
right.
I mean?
Yeah, I get
limited
it.
supply.
Yeah, exclusive. You know, first come first serve.
Collector's edition.
Right, and that's that. You know what I mean?
And you get all that bread. Yep.
Right, and you get all that bread. You know what I mean?
I like it.
You know, so.
Man, hey, you just said it. It's gotta come to fruition, man.
Right.
Yeah, DJ Hot Curry's now, you know, I agree with that. Like, I found new artists, like he said, you know, good thing with streaming apps like Spotify, you know, it's a good way to, you know, to find new artists. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, I mean, I found artists that you try to search in the genre that you're looking for. It's like, oh, I never heard of this person before. You check them out. It's like, oh, then you go buy their stuff directly. But that's the thing. You got to go. If you're going to just stream it on there, then they're going to get the 0.000%. But
that's what I'm getting at.
Go and buy their album, then you
got to go back and get the music. Yeah. You got to get away from the streaming service. Because you got DJs out here, man, that's DJing. They DJing like events with streaming service shit. You know what I'm saying?
They got Spotify connected to their
I'm like,
router.
So, I mean, I'm not saying, you know, like, I mean, you know, I'm just saying to me, and I think it's about to start happening, you know, like streaming service shit is about to meet the end of the road, you know, where
if enough people get behind it and be like, yo, enough of this, you know, but
well, at least for DJs. I'm just saying for DJs. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about you know, like the consumer, because there's just too much money on the table. I don't see that going anywhere. But I do see, like, let's say like Solomon Childs, I do see you got an album and it's you know, it's platinum, it's moving units, and now the streaming service, but you like what you're talking about, they can't stream your album though. Now they got to come back to the table and negotiate a streaming contract with you, and then it's up to you to decide. See, that's what I'm saying. Like if Busta Rhymes, you know, some dropped it, like let's say extension level event, like he dropped the last extension level, and it was bananas. You got all of this, the streets are crying for it. Okay, dude, so now, but you can't get it on Tidal, you can't get it on Apple Music, you can't get it nowhere else but like off of his website.
Right. BustaRhymes.com,
Yeah, now you make them folks come to you, and then, hey, you don't, whatever, you know, so-and-so contract is their contract, but my contract is different. You give them boys 0.0004, whatever, but nah, I'm getting, you know, 70 cents, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So, you know, or no deal, you know, you still don't have it, you know, you still don't have it. So I think this goes back to the R&B conversation that we had and about the shift in control. When you listen to how Solomon Childs talks, you know that this is not a guy that's going to sign a jerk contract.
Right.
It's not a guy. Yeah, this is not a guy that you're going to hit with no two-step and, you know, and get over on. So you can't control him or his moves. Right.
Now, also, you know, to even, you know, go a little further. A good move is you know how that saying goes. You know the saying where it's like good promo was good promo, bad promo was good promo.
Right.
Okay, so if you get a 360 deal, right, and it's a major company like an Interscope or a Warner, and they offer you a 360 deal, my advice is take the deal. The reason why I say take the deal is because at the end of the day, this company has to sell whatever merch or whatever product it is that they put out on you. So don't be concerned about the percentage that they're getting off of that situation. What you need to do is be game planning for what you're gonna do after that situation. It's almost like chess, you know. So with chess, you know, like you may move 3 pieces, but you got to have in your head the next 3 pieces that you're gonna move.
So for people that don't know what the 360 deal encompasses, can you like just tell them briefly like what
The 360 deal is basically the shows, the merchandise, and the album sales of the project. They get a percentage off of that.
the record label?
The record label. They will get a percentage off of that. You know, and a lot of people always deny it because they're like, oh, I ain't giving you no percentage off my shows. I ain't giving you no percentage off my merch. But you know what? At the end of the day, they gotta sell it. They're not gonna let it sit on the shelf. They're not gonna let the box.
Because they're not gonna make money.
Because they're not gonna make money. Again, what you need to focus on is what you do after that project.
Right.
That's what you have to make sure that's in the contract. The non-exclusiveness that comes after that project. Cool, so, you can have that. Cool. But you're not gonna. I'm not signing my name away to you. I'm signing that project away to you. That's the project that we have a negotiation with. That project. Or whatever project it is that me and you are doing.
So in that project, you keep your masters in that project? In that type of deal, a 360 deal, or?
No, probably not. Probably not. Okay. But you can negotiate that. You can only negotiate that because that's a percentage thing. You know, so if you give up more percentage, then sure. You know, I'll give you this for right now, and you know, come 2-3 years from now, I need the full rights to it.
Right. Get the master back in like 5 years or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's dope. Cause anytime I heard 360, it was always like a negative thing. So
and it's like, how can it be a negative thing? It's like we looking to make cornbread, but you don't have no ingredients. Right. All you know how to do is make the cake, but you don't have the eggs. You don't got the Jiffy powder mix. You ain't got the milk. You ain't got the butter. You ain't got nothing.
Right.
I'm coming to the table with all of this. You gonna tell me I can't get a percentage off of it once we make the cake?
Right.
I'm lost.
Okay. Yeah.
Shouts to DJ DiBiase. We see you, brother. More Wu-Tang family coming through and represent. That's another Wu-Tang DJ right there.
Word up. Salute DiBiase. Yeah, Hoffa's phone, he said it went dead, he said, and so I guess we'll see if he's gonna come back on. But yeah, dope.
All right, guys. I'm gonna have to choke you out because I need to go down here. It's really crowded down there.
Yo,
handle your business,
man. Coming through anytime.
Thank you for your time and your wisdom.
Yes, thanks a lot for having me. I appreciate you guys.
Definitely, brother. All right, man. Peace. Yeah, yo, we got Wu-Tang in here, man. We Hoffa, Killarmy, Solomon Childs, Wu-Tang DJs is in the chat. We on the screen too. If you didn't know, yeah, we are Wu-Tang DJs too. If y'all didn't know,
we are Wu-Tang DJs. Oh,
word up. Yeah, yeah, man. Bro, I love to talk, bro. It's like you said, man. The character of these dudes, you know, of the other MCs we talk to on here, you know, it's people that they're not being, you know, fools in this game that's been shown to get over on people for years. And with that comes experience being in the game, seeing how a lot of people was taken advantage of and gotten over. So, like you said, now these dudes are getting paid more than ever before doing shows, where before they weren't, you know. And it's dope to see, man. It really is, because, you know, back when, you know, they were saying, oh, this is going to be a fad, this and that. And we saw our icons go on to do greatness, drop classic albums, and, you know, and then have them go through this era of after 2000, and it started to get more watered down, and then they took conscious rap off the mainstream, and to not even be like, yo, I'm not playing on High 97, but I don't care, because guess what? We doing a show. Nas, Wu-Tang, De La Soul sold out every show. Merch sold out. Radio, what? Nah, y'all little kids, y'all can have that when you trying to pack the show in, because you know you dropped a hit last week and no one even know what it is, and then you go to the show and half your tickets are being sold. So you get on Instagram talking about you gonna slap your girlfriend, or she gonna put a tattoo on her face, anything else other than the music. That shit goes away. It goes away. You know, that it don't last. It's microwave. It's bubble gum. You know what I'm saying? Primo said it in those skits years
Yeah.
ago.
That's
What the F
moment
they
of truth,
putting on
right?
this radio, this
Yeah.
bubblegum shit. He said that
Effing
on Much More.
robots. Yeah, effing
Yeah.
robots. Yeah.
15 seconds
Program
of fame.
directors. Yeah.
Popcorn ass niggas. We give you much
Yeah.
more. Longevity, baby. Like, come on, man.
That's
What we
daylight.
talking
Yeah.
about?
That's off the artificial intelligence right
It's
there.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful to see it, man. And
Yeah.
to be talking to these guys that are still in it and witnessing it. Yo, shout out to Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. He just raided the channel. Thank you, brother.
Word, thank you, man. Come on in, Raiders. We fresh. We in here chopping it up, man. You know, the other thing I'll say real quick, man, is we need to get behind these folks like this, man. We need to make sure, like, when they release these projects, man, we help them. You know, we got to support our culture, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
Got to support our culture.
So I try to keep, like, I'm keeping a log now. Like, you know, all these, you know, guests that we interview, man. I'm trying to, because, you know, we do so much, you know, sometimes you forget or whatever. But what's dope is we follow each other on IG. You seen them drop something, just hit them with a like. Just hit them with a, yo, that's fire, whatever, you know. Give it a quick second while you scrolling. You know, just let them know that, yo, we still rocking with y'all. We still appreciating what y'all doing. You know, and you still, even though we did the interview and we talked then, we still, you know, we still listening. Shout out to Molly Party with the re-up. Thank you.
Molly Party in the building. DJ John Henry, we see you.
Henry, salute. Nerd Chris, salute.
In here, man. Nerd Chris in the building too. I missed her.
Yeah.
Salute, Nerd Chris. There she go. Salute, Queen.
Good to see y'all, man. See, that's family right
thank you for the raid. Word. So, you know, the funny thing about that interview as well was just how they both said the same thing and didn't talk, right? Didn't know.
And weren't on the screen at the same time when they said it.
Yeah, I was like, yo, that just go to show you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the mindset, you know, of that generation, you know. So
dope, super dope. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all go stream that joint, The Gods. They put it out on iTunes. Go buy it from iTunes. that was crazy what he said about once they made Apple Music and then you just pay that $10 subscription. That's where the revenue just got cut completely.
Yeah, and you know, and then it's like almost like an aha moment, right?
Yeah.
You know, like you said, oh shit, yeah, it makes sense.
I remember iTunes, I was like, oh yeah, so I bought the album, and then, you know, and let me import it, put it in my folder so then I could, you know, DJ. But yeah, man. That's crazy. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all for coming through, man. Once again, man, Real DJs Matter, man. We want to get some DJ family though, you know, from our raid trains come through. Hopefully, you know, next few weeks, you know, chop it up with us about y'all DJing. Yo, big shout out to Ike Infamous. Yo, Ike Infamous, Street FM, 90.1 USB WUSB in Stony Brook, Strong Island, man. That's my brother right there. That is my brother right there, yo. He was on college radio before I got over there in Stony Brook with Battles on Radio. Shout out to Digital, AC the God, rest in peace. Lies Paparazzi. Yeah, man. Cool brother, man, right there, man. They had the show on Monday nights. Street FM, man, playing dope hip hop, man. And like these are the dudes that, you know, that made a mark that you don't like know about because they're not quote unquote famous, but in the eyes of people that listen to that real shit or real hip hop, that's what matters.
Man, a salute. Hey, so just to build off of what you were saying about bringing in some of, you know, our DJ brothers, you know, I think we need a special episode for DJ DiBiase where we can get him to come on and sing Mama Used to Say by Junior. I think we'll give him a mic and he'll bless us with that one time.
over the ice baby vanilla ice beat. You know, I still ain't letting that go.
No, I love it, man. Yeah. So DiBiase, when can we schedule that, brother? When can we schedule that, sir?
Let's go. Let's go, bro. Oh shoot. Yeah, man. That'd be dope though. Just have them on here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, it's been interesting, man. Like since this kicked off, just a couple things, man. It's like it have been reinforced in my mind. And I'm gonna ask you this question. I'm gonna tell you my side, and I want to hear your side. A couple things have been reinforced in my mind, man. Is that when we talking to a lot, whether it's a man or a woman, you know, when they talk about the game, you know, like it's an understanding that, you know, it's not where they want it to be, but they're not willing to compromise their value either. So they accept the grind, they accept the challenge that, okay, the game sucks. I could take the jerk, you know, I don't want to say the jerk contract anymore, but I could take, you know, let so-and-so management come in and change me and put me in the damn zebra suit and, you know, and blah, 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 have me out here in the game, right? You know, but I'm not gonna do that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna believe in that if I work hard, I work on my craft and I develop my skill set, that I put a product out there and people will get behind me. That seems to be an over message that keeps coming back. What concerns me though, like today was Solomon Childs talking about the bag is overseas. And it is.
It is.
I'm not saying he's lying. It is. What concerns me is that we have, you know, there's no outrage. We're not happy with the product, right? But there's no outrage and overwhelming support for people that are moving the craft the way that it should be moved. That's what bothers me. So now you tell me what you think about it.
Well, I think, and I've heard this during the 50th year hip hop celebrations, although some of the icons were getting their flowers, you know, the big name ones. From Latifah, Kane, LL, Rakim, Cube, and you know, of course, you know that they get that. They get that. There was a lot of people saying like, "Yo, what about us? What about Brand Nubian? What about Jungle Brothers? What about Shaheem? What about, you know what I mean?" So there's another faction of hip hop underground, like the joints we play on Thursday, Underground Railroad, plug right there.
Plug, that's
birthday,
right.
Gangstar celebration. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of those groups too that was like, yo, what about us? And those are the ones that get that love overseas because the big name artists,
stay here.
Let's be honest, they get the bills. They get the big bills. You know, they having another Rock the Bells cruise. It's gonna be some dope MCs on there. You know what I mean? But it's the popular dope MCs. Black Thor's popular now, but he hasn't like he said, he didn't water down his craft to make it whack. But he's dope. He do shit at Harvard, spitting shit. You know what I mean? Like these dudes are well known and they dope rappers and MCs, but they're just more well known than the underground dudes like Killarmy.
Yeah,
the ones that get love overseas, and I think that's just where it falls. So I don't think that, you know, that, like you said, there's no outrage. There's no outrage from the big name artists because they're getting theirs.
Well,
and then the so-called smaller underground artists might be saying it, but it's not being heard because the big
swallowed up in the noise from the big name artists. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think now I'm gonna start asking these dudes as they come through, or people, because women come through too. female MCs. Word, shout out to female MCs.
Word up.
So what needs to happen though in the game? You know, because like I was listening, like they've all kind of watching the game and they're in the game, right? So like we're DJs. Like right now, these dudes are out here trying to hustle and get this bread, right? They're trying to get this bag. So how they move is calculating. So I'm like, I want to hear what they like, because to me, you can bring the bag back to the States. You can bring it back to North America. You know, it's just, but the problem you got is that people don't want to pay for some of the product that's out there now. It's a lot of tainted shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, instead of, and me and you had this conversation before, instead of bringing in the young heads and showing them the game, the older heads started trying to rap over trap beats and then started trying to use auto-tune and then started trying to, they kind of, they muddied it up a little bit.
Because they wanted to jump on the trend. They didn't want to be left out. But in turn, by them doing that, they put a little, I ain't messing with that. I ain't, but I mean, Black Shield just said it too. It really has to come from the listeners too. Like,
so go ahead, man. My ADHD's kicking in. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you good. No, I was just saying, the listeners, like you said, it could be a lot of different factors. It could be, I can't say the age because people were coming out, but like I said, they were coming out because it was Nas on that tour. It was Wutang on that tour. It was Busta Rhymes on that tour. De La Soul. Dope big name artists. I just think that the fans that they have the fan bases, whether bigger or smaller, are still gonna support. But are they gonna get as a bigger fan base as a Nas? Like,
well, so I see Rob Bombastic. Anyway. Yeah, so shouts to Rob Bombastic in the building. Salute. So I get what you're saying, but I'm talking about the big artists already made the water murky by, crossing the bridge. It used to be no crossover, right? Well, we crossed over inside our own music when we started, rocking over trap beats and auto-tune hooks. So go ahead.
Now, is it the see, my thing was when New York did it. Like, you had down south that created trap. Yeah, they was doing it. To me, it was kind of like, okay, that's normal. But I had the thing. My issue was, damn, the New York so-called underground is dying. So now you got to get on the trap beat to be relevant when you should have kept what was authentic about the New York quote unquote boom bap sound relevant. It was because they were chasing the money. Because the radio stations wasn't playing us no more. They were playing. The South took over. South had something to say.
Yeah, but in the state, go ahead. You quoting Outkast, but like that's a different animal. Yeah.
No, because I'm saying since then they just been, kind of taking over as far as the radio and everything. So I'm just thinking maybe the artists that were really big back then doing it their way went to jump on that because that was the next wave to be big in radio. I don't.
Well, so let's just go to trap. So even in trap, you had levels of trap that was, great.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yep. UGK. So I'm listening. I'm not against that. I'm saying like where we at now in the mumble rap trap era. quote unquote.
Okay, all right. So you're talking about that next phase.
This is how we degraded down to where we at now. You get what I'm saying? And now you still may have a mumble rap dude had a potential to rock with some major old school artists because they may feel relevant. They may compromise. Like I don't see Keith Elam, if he was still alive, rocking, doing that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's just certain, like, so it used to be certain moves was career suicide. You don't see that anymore.
The one exception to that is Nas with Hit Boy. And I wonder how that, because it did work. I mean, there could be people that are like, damn, I want the old Illmatic back, but Illmatic was 30-something years ago. Mm-hmm. But, the Nas and Hit Boy formula, but like I said, it wasn't all trap, but I guess because it's Nas and he ain't mumble rapping. Well, so he got a pass, I guess, for spitting on those trap beats.
I like Nas, but Nas doesn't pick the best beats all the time anyway. So, like, you listen to a Nas album, for me now, you listen to a Nas album and some of them are, okay, that's good, and then skip, that's good. So, like, for me, I think because of that, and I think that comes from him taking risks, right? Like he's he want to sound different, so he picked this beat. I think so. His listeners are already prepared for him to sound different on something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He was so all over kind of with different times.
Because this is I mean, think about him spitting a whole rhyme backwards. Who else is doing that?
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So I think a Nas fan is open to more because he's gonna push the boundaries just as the MC to begin with. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like when you talk about Illmatic, it's because it was that hungry Nas trying to come up, you know what I'm saying? So like he was in the studio with Rakim, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like he was looking at God level flow as a youngin' trying to come up. So like it like that whole project was super hungry, and he was surrounded by the best producers in the game.
Pete,
you know what I'm saying?
Lodge,
yeah. So like to me, he like now we're talking about success and longevity in the game. I get that, but where does like longevity in the game in some of these artists mean sacrifice the fabric of what the game is?
Right.
So
I mean, it's damn. Like Black Steel said, it really does come down to the listeners. Like, we talk about, with these platforms, bro, like with our generation, how they will not move from another platform. Like, there's still people still rocking on Facebook, bro. And I'm like, damn, do I gotta connect my Facebook again just to send flyers over there? Like, I couldn't believe it's still rocking. Like,
I'm with you. Here's the thing, and this is tough because you don't want to beat up the listener, right? Right? But it's tough because the listener would be on a radio station listening to a song being played 5 times in an hour. You know what I'm saying? 6 times in an hour. And now you go into the social media world where you don't have to have that anymore. But you still are letting folks pump bullshit over to you. So it's complicated. It's just like, that's why I keep hoping. My own hope is that the listener, right? Let's say we're educating listeners tonight. Like we bring it on like this on Mondays. We bring in people that they should know about, people that they should listen to, talk about things that they should hear. Like I gotta be honest. I was completely surprised to have Solomon Childs say take the 360 deal. He ain't the first person I heard say that in the last 2 days. You know who else I heard say that? Damon Dash. I heard Damon Dash, I think on TikTok talking about Currency and a couple of other artists that were signed to him first.
You're right. He was sitting in a chair
and
like school.
Yeah. And he said they took the deal and he ain't mad at him.
Yeah.
Right? Because, you know, how can you expect somebody that ain't never seen $1 million to not take $1 million? So it's interesting to have that, to have that same thing said in a different manner, but it's the same message in like less than 3 days. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But yo, he when he said, yo, the label, like, you know, before it was like, yo, you gotta, as an artist, you gotta try to push to sell these records because you're gonna owe the record company. With the record company now getting a percentage of the shows and merch, they gotta have to make sure they get those sales because they get in the merch. So they're actually doing, they're like the damn booking agent, like a Live Nation. They're making sure, yo, we got to put him in a concert with, you know, just say, for example, Taylor Swift or something, you know, somebody that, you know, going to generate those ticket sales.
A lot where you going to
buy that merch before the show and after the show. So when he dropped that, I was like, damn, it do make sense then, because the regular was going to really push. Because if they don't, because that's the contract in there. They're not fronting you the money where, you know, you a damn slave to them for the next 5-10 years. You gotta, you know, push out 3-4 albums. You know, this is something different. You know, just with that one album, if that's the deal. So, but yeah, damn, that was the first time hearing that way it made sense.
Yeah, I would be saying, man, they might want to read that contract extra fine because they'd probably be trying to put the whatever they didn't sell back on them. You know, on the back end.
Yeah, still,
like, you know.
Oh, you froze up too, bro. I hear you, but
yeah, I see it. Yeah, I'm like, I must be my damn time limit on this laptop.
Yeah, bro, it's all good. I'm gonna raid into Big Stove in a few minutes anyway, man. We had another dope show tonight, man. And appreciate everybody that came through. And big shout out to that raid as well. Came through East Beats and Rhymes.
Man. East Beats and Rhymes.
Yeah. Push that number up. Word. And big shout out to everybody over there on YouTube as well. And yeah, yo, this is another Real DJs Matter. We'll be on live next week. This week, though, we got a lot of dope shows. We got your version going down tomorrow. Wednesday, actually, I got an interview with DJ Sessions. The DJ Sessions. I don't know if that's gonna be live though. But me and Samsung will be live at noon. Thursday's my born day. And on the Underground Railroad, we celebrating 30 years of Gang Starr's Hard to Earn album. Down there, the greatest. Next to stepping into the arena. That's just my opinion. I think this was like the pinnacle. Moment of Truth was dope too, but back to front, Hard to Earn. Come on. You don't get no better than that. And then on Friday night, I'll be celebrating my birthday. So y'all come through if y'all ain't DJing. Or if you are, you could raid into me if you want. Shameless plugs all around. I'll be live on Twitch, YouTube. I already put the disclaimer up, man. Y'all will have to come to Twitch. I will not be streaming any more live DJ shows due to copyright issues that I've been having on there for years. Y'all already know about that. Anton, you already know. And so come on Twitch and Mixcloud. Even though Mixcloud looks kind of whack, but I'm on there as well. What's crazy is Mixcloud is the only platform that you can legally stream music. Like they have license agreements with the record labels, but no one's on there watching hip hop DJs. So they dropped the ball big time. Twitch is where it's at. And that's where we'll be. Something else comes up new. But you can always catch me on my app as well, Full Blast Radio, streaming on there as well. Big salute, y'all. Thank y'all for the early birthday shouts. I appreciate y'all. And yeah, we're gonna go Jump back on the raid, Feed Your Soul raid train. Big Stove, you know, he's playing that jazz, that vinyl. He's vibing over there on Twitch. And then I'll see y'all tomorrow, and your version don't sound like this. Got some new shit for y'all. So check us out, y'all. Peace, chat room.